We're being ruled by people who are evil. And that's just a fact. Your democracy has already been taken from you. This idea that you're going to vote your way out of this is not real. And it's just sad that there isn't a leader in this country worth a shit. There isn't a leader in this country that has the balls it takes to get anything done. I've got more balls. I tell the truth about Russiagate, and the other people who know the truth are afraid to tell it. The politicians who know the truth are afraid to tell it. They're gutless, ballless, fucking self-serving climbers inside the party. I don't care if they don't take corporate money. They don't oppose Nancy Pelosi. They're all gutless cowards, and especially your favorite ones. To my lefty YouTubers, your favorite progressives are fucking stabbing you in the front, left and right, you suckers. You were wrong about Russiagate. You were wrong about Syria. You're wrong about Libya, Venezuela, gas attacks. And you're wrong about fucking CARES Act and this and what's happening right now. And go ahead, make videos about how we're wrong, and then you'll never make the video about how you're goddamn right, Jimmy was right. They never do the correct video. They never correct it. They never go back because they don't have integrity. But that's okay. That's okay. Boy, if there was a group of lefty YouTubers that actually, I don't know, were lefties, that would be very comforting to me. But since there isn't, it's very uncomforting. It sucks the fun out of this. So like when I could travel and do live shows, I could meet real fucking people who appreciated what we did. Veterans, lots of veterans who appreciate what we do. And it fuels me. But this, I can't keep talking into this camera, because when I'm talking to this camera on YouTube, I think about all the other YouTube shows that are letting you down. And there's nothing I can say. They won't even pressure. What you're supposed to be doing is pressuring who? Your favorite politicians. Not the ones you hate or the ones who disagree with you. The ones who agree with you. That's the ones you like. Those are the ones you're supposed to pressure the most, because those are the ones you have influence on. You're not supposed to lie for them. Over the CARES Act, which almost everybody did. You're supposed to pressure them. You already missed your moment to pressure them over the CARES Act. You're going to keep doing it? You're going to keep telling people you got to vote for Joe Biden, that somehow that's a better path forward? That takes us another step closer to Brazil. You're going to start demanding people like Bernie and the Squad and and Sharon Sherrod, who just voted against defunding the Pentagon, who's a complete fraud. When are you going to start pressuring those people? Because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to pressure those people. You really don't understand how politics works? People who my whole life was stand-up comedy. And if a journalist came into a comedy club and showed me how to tell a joke, I would fucking quit comedy. But I'm a comedian, and I easily, effortlessly are showing fucking people whose whole life is journalism how to do better journalism, and they still won't. They're still going to push a CIA talking point without being skeptical. They're still going to push the two-party narrative as if it's real. They're still going to defend their favorite politicians instead of pressuring them because they're stabbing you in the front constantly. It's depressing. Back in 2015, I felt like there was a group of us and we all got it. And then Trump happened and they all went to shit. Just like that, they all became the worst version of themselves. Reactionaries, conspiracy theorists without evidence, red baiters, McCarthy smearers, smearers of people doing good journalism. Coddling the people who are betraying them in Congress. They became the worst version of themselves. And they fail. They don't seem to have a shame button. Could you imagine Russiagating at the top of your lungs for fucking 3 years? The Mueller report comes out. And you still Russiagate at the top of your lungs because you don't have a shame button. And then after it's revealed that even CrowdStrike says, yeah, we were fucking lying. We have no evidence that Russia hacked the DNC server. Even after that, still doing that? No shame button? Not one video apologizing for all the horribleness you fucking inflicted on this country? Not one video. Not one. They just keep going, making fun of other people. Making fun of other people. Instead of themselves. And that's why it's so easy for me to have a successful show. I didn't dedicate myself to journalism, but it's easy to do a much fucking better job than they do. People whose every breath is journalism. That's all they wanted to do. They went to college for journalism. And they're fucking children. They're naive, CIA repeating dupes of the fucking establishment, and they don't even know it. And they don't have a shame button. And they're always for war. And they're always for war. And who are they skeptical of? Who do they put their most skeptical lens on? People who are against war. Isn't that weird? While they're getting every fucking story wrong. While they're misreporting Syria, while they're repeating fucking CIA talking points and smearing people who are sticking their chin outs to tell the truth. And they call themselves journalists, and they call themselves lefties. They're nothing more than fucking useless tools. And I guess I should say thanks, because it helps my show grow. But I couldn't give a fuck about that. The game's over. My show is grown. It's done. I don't care. So if you guys are being shitty so that I can have most of your viewers, you can stop now. You can go back to actually trying to do journalism and being real fucking lefties and having fucking try growing a pair, you nutless wonders. Well, I didn't really believe in Russiagate. Did you do any videos about it? No. I never bought into the Russiagate. Did you do any videos debunking it? No, I didn't do it. I stayed neutral. Why? Because you're a fucking nutless wonder. And that's why the right laughs at the left. Because you're a bunch of fucking cowards. And you defend cowardice. Okay. Do you see why I don't like doing this fucking show anymore? It's all this shit. There's no good pick-me-up stories. There's no positives. I got Nick Brana coming out saying the most progressive member of Congress said she's done fighting. In the middle of the fucking pandemic and a depression, she's done. She's going along with the establishment. That's it. Bernie Sanders is now full steam ahead with the establishment. He is Joe Biden's campaign manager at this point. You know how many parties they have in Canada? I don't know, about 50. Do you know why Canada has a UBI? You know why? Anybody telling you to vote two-party is to remain inside this two-party system without revolting at the top of your lungs is either a coward or a dupe or part of the establishment or wants to be part of the establishment. Most of the people surrounding Bernie Sanders are fucking career climbers. Most of the people who were for Bernie Sanders in 2016 are nothing but fucking career climbers, which has been laid bare to me this time around. Okay. Good luck, YouTube. I wish you all the best. I wish you best of luck, YouTube. I hope you get your head out of your asses and you actually decide to pressure your favorite politicians instead of kiss their ass and protect them when they're stabbing us in the front. Hey, this is the part where I tell you where our live shows are, but there aren't any. And then I would tell you to go join our premium, but nobody has a fucking job. So why don't you just enjoy the video?